This is the shaft, and after I used brake clean and cleaned it up, this thing slides right on. I had to fight to get it on right there, but then it slides right on. There's no need to mark it because it's got a really big hole in the shaft that the bolt fits into, so you just have to start tightening it up by hand and sliding it around, and you'll feel it, and it goes right in the hole. This is the bolt we have to put the red Loctite on, and I think we take it up to 90 pounds, foot-pounds. I have to double check and make sure. Notice it has grease fittings on both ends. How many of us have greased those? Nobody. You can see it has a little grease channel and a hole for the grease to come out. And so that brings up another thing. Where's that grease going to go? Well, this is merely going through a hole in the side of the case that has no bushings or seals. So the grease is going to go wherever it wants, outside, inside. So now that you know you're supposed to grease this and you never did, you want to make sure you don't over grease it and get oil or get grease all up inside your bell housing. It'll just lay in there. So one thing we're going to do, I'm going to pause this video and show you something. Hold on. Okay, so we got a grease gun hooked up here. Maybe. Maybe it's pumping. It pumped until I hooked it up. Of course. Pain in the ass. Okay, let's try this again after I drove a quarter mile to get a thing of grease. So now it's going to be cobalt blue instead of tacky red. Seriously? You get grease all over you. Get away. Alright, there we go. Now it's coming out. So the purpose here is let's flush this thing out and get it all over the cat. There it is. Now you can see it come out. Cat, get out of here. Okay, so before you reinstall this, you want to flush this thing out a little bit. Get some good grease in here. That should be enough. I don't want it to fall in the gravel. Blackie, get the hell out of here, cat. So, anyhow, there was a point to this. I might as well do the other side too. Hold on. Or else I can't do the next thing. There's no gravel in there. Damn it. It doesn't want to stay on. I'm doing all this one-handed. Hold on. Damn. What a pain in the ass. Now it's coming out the thing. I gotta put the phone down to do this. A whole lot of crappy, nasty stuff just came out. There's still nasty, nasty, nasty stuff coming out, and now it's finally coming out clean. So there was a whole lot of nastiness in there, okay? Now, I'm gonna pause this. Okay, so there was a point to all this, and you'll see it here in a second. So grease goes in here, comes out that hole, and you see there's a little bit of a machined groove here. But then you see these wear areas. That's where the grease is trying to get to on both sides. So the question is, how much grease should you put in here? Where's it going to go when it overflows? Okay. How much of it's going to end up in the bell housing? Now that you know the grease is, and you put your air grease gun in it and put about half a pound of grease in there every day and fill up your bell housing. So that's what we're going to try and figure out. You don't want to over grease this. So we're going to put it in dry and figure out how much you got to put in there on first install, and then we'll figure out how much you need to grease it afterwards. So we slid the shaft in. We left the shift fork dog off there. We don't need that right now. But we're expecting to see grease come out there and grease come out here evenly, disproportionately, who knows. And as your tractor gets all dirty out here, guess what? Most of the grease is probably going to go in here and just drip off down here and hopefully just fill up this area down here and not get in the clutch. But that depends how much grease you put in there, doesn't it? Oh my God, this cat. So guess what? I hooked up the grease gun. I pumped it one time, and the grease about after 3/4 of a pump started coming out, and the rest of the quarter it was out here. You could see it. Then I did one more pump for the heck of it and pushed it way over here. So it's only like half a pump is all you need. You put in a full pump, you're going to be putting grease in there. How much came out the side? 0. None of it came out this side. All of it went into the bell housing. Okay, so half a squirt every 10 years, you know? You don't need a lot. This one's never been greased because I didn't know that was there. Okay, so we've gone through a whole clutch and it's got minimal wear. So, you know, a half a squirt of grease once a year. That's all it needs. Okay, so that was the whole purpose of this video. You can see that there's a big hole here that your bolt goes into. So when I go to put that in here, you know, I'll slide the shaft in and put it on here. I had to fight a little bit to get it going, but then it'll slide back and forth easily. And I can feel this going in there and just tighten it up. Then I'll make it Loctite red, 90 psi or 90 foot-pounds. And I'll be done with that. And I'll just be waiting on that bushing. So this may be the last video till then. Don't you hope? You're gonna miss the cat. Blackie, say something. Say something to everybody. No, okay. So that's all for now.